Hey everyone, it's Julie from Julieverse, and the Vlog Mom question this week is asking us to give advice to graduates. Ironically, today I was out shopping at the mall and ran into a former student. Who it turns out she was actually, I had her brothers, but I knew her well, and she graduated from college in 2011. We had a few minutes to catch up and talk, and she couldn't believe how fast, things are going, and that her youngest brother is a sophomore in college, and the middle one in the family, her other brother is a senior and graduating this fall. And I, jokingly laughed, and I said, so I was thinking of advice to give for this video, and I said, and I was like, my advice is my biggest advice is to really enjoy your time, your last few days, because before you graduate. Um, it won't hit you until spring break of next year when you're working and you don't get a spring break. But this is it. Your playtime's over. I hope you've had a great time, but just be aware that life is about to really change and you're going to have a lot of different responsibilities. And she smiled and she's like, I totally get that. This is a totally different life. And she said her advice would be advice that she was given in high school when she graduated from middle school, and the same advice she was given when she moved on to college was 4 years goes really fast. And the old Ferris Bueller, if you don't stop to take a look around, you might miss it. And she was like, it's just so true. It was so much fun, and I would give anything to go back to that part of my life and that time, because there's this long expanse ahead of you, and those 4 years, they're just going to go super fast. So enjoy it. So that's kind of advice more for like people graduating from middle school and high school, but I got what she meant. And what she meant is the same thing that I was saying. Life is going to change. You're going to have crazy responsibilities. It's going to be really fun, but it's a totally different world than like hanging out in the dorms, playing with your friends, not having to be anywhere at any certain time. It's just there are a lot of big changes coming. Only other advice I have for you is to know that you have spent a lot of time preparing to be who you want to be and who you think you want to be. And you're fresh out of school and you have these amazing ideas and you think you know everything. You do, right? Like you just graduated, you have your degree, you've been studying, you know everything. Don't walk into your first job with that attitude. Take a step back and realize that someone at the desk across the way has been sitting in your chair for the last year, 7 years, whatever it is. They know what they're doing. Yeah, sure, I'm sure they have things to learn from you, but you have a whole lot to learn from them, because being in an office or being in front of a classroom or being a tour guide or whatever it is you're about to do, is very different than sitting in a classroom focusing on it and studying from the outside. So just prepare yourself to know that you know everything you know, and that's awesome, but you've still got a whole lot to learn. Anyway, have a great graduation. Have so much fun. Play. Get a job. Yeah, get a job, right? Like start taking responsibility. Get that job. And try to keep organized and get your life in order, because life is just going to keep on coming. Have fun. Congrats.